All right, y'all. You already know what it is. This is Chauncey from GMOGMediaTV. For those of you who watched me on my last video on Instagram, shout out to Self Talk. I was talking about STEM, and I was talking about coding, programming, and the aspects of back-end infrastructure. So I want to do a follow-up video regarding that. Just get deeper into the weeds, right? Because this is, especially from us, black people, this is a subject that people don't talk about, if at all. This is a very niche topic. I mean, you'll see all kinds of videos regarding, and I watch them too, relationships, how to get rich by going in real estate, and of course, entertainment, stuff like that. But when it comes to STEM, when it comes to technology, you rarely see black people talk about it and break it down. And this is what I want to do right now, is break down what I do in the aspects of infrastructure when it comes to technology, back-end infrastructure. As I talked about before in my last video, that, if it wasn't for the back-end infrastructure, your favorite content creator wouldn't be able to do his job. Just that simple, right? So what I want to do here is I got a couple of videos I want to show you guys and then give you guys my commentary on it regarding data centers and how important it is. Because basically, like I said, data centers is basically the heart, the meat and potatoes of your favorite social media platform or any technology platform that you use, period. Without the data center, without a back-end infrastructure, you wouldn't be able to do anything. Watch me, you wouldn't be able to go into, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. You would not be able to do anything, including your favorite applications on your mobile devices, right? So, all right, so first video I want to play is, this is going to be inside the Google data center. This video's been out since 2014. And again, fair use, but I'm going to play this video. It's just on the Google Workspace YouTube page. So I'm going to start playing the video and give you guys some commentary and background. So here we go.
Center's the brains of the internet.
The engine of the internet.
It is a giant building with a lot of power, a lot of cooling, and a lot of computers.
It's row upon row upon row of machines, all working together to provide the services that make Google function.
So you see what he said right there, right? All the provided services to make everything function as it should. So I'm gonna go back a little bit. So yeah, this is what when you go to a data center, this is exactly what you're gonna be seeing, right? And just imagine one of these being twice the size of a football field and having hundreds of these around the world. This is exactly what this is, right? So let it continue.
Provide the services that make Google function.
I love building and operating data centers. I'm Joe Cava, Vice President of Data Centers at Google. I'm responsible for managing the teams globally that design, build, and operate Google's data centers. We're also responsible for the environmental health and safety, sustainability, and carbon offsets for our data centers. This data center here in South Carolina is one node in a larger network of data centers all over the world. Of all the employees at Google, a very, very small percentage of those employees are authorized to even enter a data center campus. The men and women that run these data centers and keep them up 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, they are incredibly passionate about what they're doing.
In layman's terms, what do I do here?
I typically refer to myself as the herder of cats.
And I'm an engineer, hardware site operations manager.
We keep the lights on.
And we enjoy doing it.
And they work very hard. So we like to provide them a fun environment where they can also play hard as well.
We just went past the 3 million man-hour mark for zero lost time incidents. 3 million man-hours is a really long time, and with the number of people that we have on site, that is an amazing accomplishment.
Now, I don't know what it is like right now. Like I said, this video is from 2014 with, with COVID, would imagine most of what they're doing right now is remotely. Of course, you're still going to have some people that require to be on site, but I'm pretty sure there's some kind of protocol that's enforced to do that right now. But yeah, I mean, like they mentioned, there's zero downtime. So again, your favorite content creator relies on Google's infrastructure. They don't see it, but this is what it is. And without it, they couldn't function, right? And those of you who rely on, again, YouTube and making sure that your subscribers get notified for the latest content, and making sure people are aware of your content, right? When you go live, you're able to get people aware about your content and all that stuff. That right there is a process. That is a systematic process that is a part of the infrastructure to make everything function, right? So I'll let this continue.
I think the Google data centers really can offer a level of security that almost no other company can match. We have a information security team that is truly second to none. You have the expression, they wrote the book on that. Well, there are many of our information security team members that have really written the books on best practices in information security. Protecting the security and the privacy of our users' information is our foremost design criteria. We use various layers of higher level security the closer into the center of the campus you get. So just to enter this campus, my badge had to be on a pre-authorized access list. Then to come into the building, that was another level of security. To get into the secure corridor, which leads to the data center, that's a higher level of security. And the data center and the networking rooms are the highest level of security. And the technologies we use are different. Like for instance, in our highest level areas, we even use underfloor intrusion detection via laser beams. So I'm going to demonstrate going into the secure corridor now. One, I have to be on the authorized list with my badge. And then two, I use a biometric iris scanner to verify that it truly is me. Okay, here we are on the data center floor. The first thing that I notice is that it's a little warm in here. It's about 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Google runs our data centers warmer than most because it helps with the efficiency. You'll notice that we have overhead power distribution. Coming from the outside yard, we bring in the high voltage power, distribute across the bus bars to all of the customized bus taps that are basically plugs where we plug in all the extension cords. All of our racks don't really look like a traditional server rack. These are custom designed and built for Google so that we can optimize the servers for hyper efficiency and high performance computing.
Yeah, see, like I said before in my last bit, this is proprietary hardware. You can't go on eBay or any other kind of technology reseller site and buy this equipment. This is all custom built specifically for Google. And then I'll show you one for Facebook as well. They're all customized for what they need to do in terms of their workloads and their infrastructure.
It's true that sometimes drives fail and we have to replace them to upgrade them because maybe they're just no longer efficient to run. We have a very thorough end-to-end chain of custody process for managing those drives from the time that they're checked out to the server till they're brought to an ultra-secure cage where they're erased and...
Now, I'm going to pause again. This video is 6-7 years old. I would imagine they're not using mechanical hard drives like that anymore. I'm pretty sure, and I'll do another video in terms of types of hard drives that especially data centers use. But for the most part, the traditional hard drive is a mechanical or spinning hard drive where there is, you have components inside of it. The next level will be, it's called flash. Flash, which is no moving components inside, is just basically what it is. It's a flash drive. So one of the fastest capacity drives that are out there right now. Then you have the next level, which is NVMe, which is basically your onboard chipset of a hard drive that basically utilizes the fastest components and bus speed that you can when it comes to I/O, input/output, in hard drives or storage, if you will. So like my point is that I'm pretty sure this has changed since 2014. I would imagine they've changed the back-end infrastructure in terms of their servers and hardware since 2014.
Crushed if necessary. So any drive that can't be verified as 100% clean, we crush it first, and then we take it to an industrial wood chipper where it's shredded into these little pieces like this.
In the time that I've been at Google for almost 6.5 years now, we have changed our cooling technologies at least 5 times.
Most data centers have air conditioning units along the perimeter walls that force cold air under the floor that then raises up in front of the servers and cools the servers. In our solution, we take the server racks and we butt it right up against our air conditioning unit. We just use cool water flowing through those copper coils that you see there. So the hot air from the servers is contained in that hot aisle. It raises up, passes across those coils, where the heat from the air transfers to the water in those coils, and then that warm water is then brought outside the data center to our cooling plant, where it is cooled down through our cooling towers and returned back to the data center, and that process just repeats over and over again.
I mean, you see how intricate that is? Like, that's very intricate. But yet, again, your favorite content creator relies on this. But this is how intricate and complex this system, this infrastructure is for data centers. Like, it's very complex, very intricate, and customized. But yet you rely on it to make sure that, you know, you have your videos up and, you know, things like that are running for your favorite content creator to provide, you know, information for you. This is what it takes to make sure everything is running and functional as it should.
To me, the thing that amazes me about Google and the data centers is the pace of innovation and always challenging the way we're doing things. So when people say that innovation in a certain area is done, that we've kind of reached the pinnacle of what can be achieved, I just laugh.
All right, cool. Yeah, this is a very cool video. I would imagine, like I said, they pretty. I know they updated this since 2014. I would like to see a follow-up video regarding how it looks like right now today. But let's go to the Facebook data center. This one is from August of 2018, so a little bit more recent. But let's get it started here.
The sourcing and operations engineering team is responsible for ensuring all of our outsourced partners can design, build, manufacture, and ship that infrastructure on time so that we deliver a great experience to users around the globe.
We have some challenges today in that our growth at times is exceeding worldwide capacity.
But impossible is nothing here. And that's actually the part I love, because we do get the
again, fair use. Fair use.
The sourcing team has to be involved in supporting the entire process for sourcing a data center location. All of the mechanical and electrical infrastructure, all of the commercial electronics, all of the connectivity connecting that DC to the planet. If you took one Facebook data center and laid it on its side, it would be taller than the Empire State Building. That's bigger than 4 soccer fields.
We enable the delivery of Facebook products by just getting the compute and storage technology and equipment to the data centers.
Okay, well, I saw, yeah, they're still using mechanical hard drives, which is interesting. Maybe it's some kind of proprietary component that it has to be used. So yeah, these are Western Digital 4 terabyte hard drives. These are your standard mechanical hard drives they're utilizing. And this kind of system, it looks like what's called a hyperconverged system, HCI. And so hyperconverged is basically a hardware infrastructure where it encompasses 3 things: storage, networking, and compute, all into one single hardware component. So compute, storage, and networking are all built into one. They're not 3 separate types of hardware components, but they're actually fused into one single server rack, if you will. But yeah, like I said, I'm just pointing out the fact that they're still utilizing standard mechanical hard drives, which is interesting.
And storage, technology, and equipment to the data centers when it's needed, on time. Basically, we get to touch all facets of the business.
All of these elements working together from one cohesive team build the backbone that runs Facebook.
When I first got here, everything is about disruptive ideas. How quickly can we implement those disruptive ideas? That was very refreshing.
We don't do cookie cutter designs here. We get to explore new ways of designing products that would not be available to the commercial industry. And that to me is extremely exciting.
We're not plugged into a role. Every day's new. Every day's fun.
We get to work with industry-leading engineers that are designing the products, and every day I come into work, I learn something new.
Triage, collaborate, ability to move fast and deliver. That's the fun part.
The speed of change and innovation and the investment for growth provides tremendous opportunities both on a personal and a professional level.
The biggest thing that resonates about Facebook for me is the people.
You will not find people that are more open and honest, and I think the work I do as well as the people I work with is why I stay.
To me, being open is really valuing a diverse culture. So as my daughter is coming into the workforce, I want to have a positive impact and show her what great female role models that we have here at Facebook.
The question is not which problem do you want to solve? It's what team do you want to be a part of? Because there are a handful of companies that are solving very cool big problems, but not the way that we are going about solving them here.
We have so much work to do. It's really mind-boggling. Our mission is to connect the rest of the world and bring communities together, and we can really make an impact on their lives. That's what brought me here.
When we look at the ramp that we're trying to accomplish over the next 3-5 years, it's scary. But that's also the fun part about it, right? Which is you can look at it and be afraid and not get anywhere, or you can look at it and say, I'm gonna take that mountain.
Yeah, so like I said, Facebook, which happens to own Instagram, if you guys didn't know. Facebook acquired Instagram a few years ago. So your favorite content creator on Instagram relies on Facebook's back-end infrastructure to maintain their data, their intellectual property, etc. And you see how, again, large Facebook is. They probably rival Google. They're probably on the same level, if not more. I wouldn't imagine if Facebook had even more data centers than Google. So, but yeah, man, that's basically what it takes. That's what it is. That's the importance of back-end infrastructure. That's the importance of how your favorite content creator or your favorite social media platform relies on back-end infrastructure, and how us, black society, takes it for granted because we don't even know or understand how it works. We just know it works, but we don't know how it works and how intricate it is in the back end, right? So yeah, just we know what works when we log into an application, or we log into our favorite app on our phone or a social media platform. We know it works or it doesn't work. That's it. But as far as everything on the back end and the infrastructure and how it works and what it takes to make sure that everything is up and running, yeah, that's a whole other world. So that's just a brief understanding of how a data center looks from two of the largest platforms known to man, Google and Facebook. So yeah, family, I just wanted to talk about that and share my information regarding that. I'll do another video, talk more into different methods and different categories of data center infrastructure. All right, so anyway, y'all stay tuned for that. For those who are new to the channel, please subscribe, GMOGMediaTV. If you have me on Instagram, subscribe, or actually follow me on Instagram at GMOGFitness. Anything with GMOG at the beginning, that's basically me. GMOG stands for Great Man of God, but yeah. GMOG Fitness on Instagram, GMOG Media TV on YouTube. I also have a sports channel on YouTube called GMOG Sports TV. So anything GMOG, that's me. All right, family. Until next time, signing out. Peace.